A group of hunters emerges from the high grasses of the savannah in western Burkina Faso. Their weapons are not guns. Instead, these men carry detectors, and what they're looking for lies underground. Gold, the legendary precious yellow metal that, if you're lucky, can make you rich overnight.
Finding gold changed many things in my life. I built a house, and now I can get by in life quite well. It allows me to make a good living.
Badra was one of the extremely lucky few. His haul of gold made him over $60,000. In a country where the average annual income is about $300, he's now considered a very wealthy man indeed. And all over Burkina Faso, hundreds of men, women and children are prospecting for gold. No one knows the exact numbers, but throughout Africa, almost 250,000 detectors were sold in 2012 alone. Burkina Faso is the African continent's fourth largest producer of gold and the country's #1 export. 32 tons, bringing in almost $250 million in 2011. Yet it remains one of the continent's poorest nations.
They are desperate to find gold because it is a quick, easy and reliable solution to a lot of the problems that they're experiencing in this region.
Sayomba Kowalga was particularly fortunate. He's brandishing a small nugget, just part of the 18 kilos he says he's found using the special gold detectors. It's certainly an improvement on the more traditional process, which involved back-breaking work, digging and sifting through tons of rubble. Dozens of holes bear witness to these primitive methods as modern-day gold hunters armed with detectors wait for a telltale sign that might indicate a nugget buried just below the surface. Once detected, the prospector or his team will dig down, rarely more than 1 meter, to unearth the elusive yellow metal.
Gold is the only real metal that exists in the ground in a nugget form, which is large enough for the machine to pick up. So it will pick up gold predominantly out of all of the metals that are available in the ground.
And yet, as the saying goes, all that glitters is not gold, and not all the detectors can detect gold. Such is the demand for the machines in countries across sub-Saharan Africa that inevitably many are trying to cash in by producing large quantities of counterfeit detectors. At between $650 and $5,000, the sophisticated devices represent a life savings for many. Investing in a counterfeit machine which carries no guarantee and are rarely effective could have disastrous financial consequences. It's something part-time gold hunter and school teacher Issouf Samfo learnt to his cost.
It would go off for no reason. It would beep and there'd be nothing. I soon realized it wasn't working. And then someone told me there were a lot of fakes around here.
The teacher turned prospector had to approach other poor investors, and now he says 4 of them share one detector, but at least they know it's genuine. Even so, Issouf has had to return to teaching as a result of the financial losses from purchasing a fake machine. His case is just one of many hundreds.
The detecting capability of the fake machines isn't good. And the real problem is there's no guarantee. The retailer himself says there's nothing he can do because he buys them from abroad without knowing they're fakes.
Many of the counterfeit products reach Africa through Dubai, on the shores of the Gulf. In an effort to stamp out the flood of counterfeit products, new detection systems have been put into place.
Minelab, like many leading worldwide brands, has had to develop innovative strategies against counterfeit manufacturers based in China that sell direct to our developing markets and through major hubs such as Dubai.
One of the principal manufacturers of the gold detectors, Minelab, now issues a brochure to verify the machine is genuine. A viewer strip is placed over the security label on the detector and should reproduce a predetermined series of colors and words. Another, more recent measure involves sending an SMS.
By simply texting the product serial number and the hidden code revealed by the security viewing strip to us, we will verify by text that you are purchasing genuine Minelab product.
Ironically, Minelab's main distribution center in Dubai is flanked by shops also selling detectors. And according to sources People TV has contacted, they often trade in counterfeit devices. Back in Burkina Faso, meanwhile, the gold rush continues. There's a steady flow of clients who receive some basic training at retail centres scattered across the country. And once they've purchased the detectors, they head out into the bush to join the hundreds, if not thousands, prospecting for gold, all with one objective: to strike it rich, like Suleiman Ouedraogo. With a harvest of nuggets he's found, Suleiman says he's bought 3 plots of land, 3 motorbikes and 3 more detectors. And most importantly, he adds, he can now afford to send all 10 of his children to school.